Hello friends, today we're making one of the Caribbean's most popular and delicious holiday drink, ginger beer. It's gingery, it's sweet, and I guarantee it will put you in the holiday mood. If you're interested in learning how to make it, come with me and I'll show you how I make mine. Today we're making ginger beer and the gallon glass jars have come in the mail. First thing you'll need for ginger beer is some glass jars. The last time I made it I used this glass mug, and you'll need bottles to fill the ginger beer in. I'll leave the link to these in my store on cookingwithria.com. For the ginger beer you'll need very simple ingredients. We have lots of ginger here. We have organic ginger here, and this is the regular ginger, probably on steroids. You'll also need cinnamon sticks. I'm going to try it with cloves today. The last time I made it I didn't use cloves, but I want to try it with cloves today. And my mom also taught me to put a little bit of rice to help their fermentation process. So let's make ginger beer. The first thing we'll do is to wash and sterilize our jars. So this is the organic ginger. It's going to be a little more difficult to peel. And to peel you just use a spoon, a regular eating spoon, and you scrape down. This might be the most difficult part of the entire process. Okay, and here is the regular ginger. You're going to need about a pound of ginger, and just pull it down with a spoon. Okay, for the little pieces you could just break them off to make it easier to peel. The same thing for the organic ginger. It's going to be difficult to get in between those spaces, so if you just break them off it's going to be much easier. So I'm going to spend about 10-15 minutes to peel this, and then we'll continue. I am using a knife now. I think it's more ergonomically appropriate. The spoon was hurting my fingers, so this seems to be working, and a bread knife or this serrated knife seems to be working for my daughter. So use whatever feels comfortable to you. Next, I'll give the ginger a quick rinse. We have about 1 pound here after peeling, so keep that in mind when you're purchasing the ginger. We peel it to the best of our ability. Some people lost their patience, but we kind of got it done. 3 people, 10 or 15 minutes. So now I'll chop it into small pieces and place it in the food processor. In this pot over high heat we have about 10 cups of water. I'm going to add the cinnamon sticks. I love a lot of cinnamon in it, so I'm adding whatever amount this is. I am experimenting with cloves in this batch, so I'm adding about a tablespoon of cloves. I'm going to bring it to a boil. And once the color changes, we'll add in the ginger. Let's go start chopping the ginger. I just want to cut the ginger up into pieces to help it grind properly in the food processor. Probably just about 1/2 inch pieces and about the same size. If you don't have a food processor, you can grate this in a regular grater, or you can pound it in a mortar and pestle until it's very fine. And if those things won't work for you, you can also put it in the blender with just enough water to process or puree. There's always other options, and if you don't like peeling it, you can leave the peel on, but I just heard that it's a little more bitter with the skin on the ginger. Now we'll place it in food processor or blender or mortar and pestle, and we'll puree. And this is the texture. I'm going to do it just a little more to extract more of that ginger flavor. We'll place it in the pot and boil for about 5 minutes. Come to a rolling boil. It's infused with the spices, as you can see. It's a nice brown color. And now I'll add in the ginger. And as I said before, we'll boil for about 5 minutes. Once it's done boiling, we'll take off the heat, allow it to cool, and we'll pour it into the gallon jar along with the rice to help the fermentation process. And because we're making ginger beer and not ginger tea or ginger juice, we're going to allow this to sit for about 3 to 4 days. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll show you at the end of each day what's happening, and hopefully we'll have another delicious bottle or two of ginger beer. The first set I made was absolutely delicious, and so I know this recipe really works and you will definitely love it. Now I'll pour the ginger liquid carefully into the jar. It's still a little warm. Now I'll pour 2 tablespoons of rice into the jar. Cover it and let it sit for a couple of days. I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow. See, the sediments is at the bottom, the ginger, the grated ginger is at the bottom. After a while, you'll see what happens. This is day 2. The fermentation process is not yet evident, and it still smells like ginger tea. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's about day 6. I totally forgot about it yesterday, and the ginger's at the top. The fermentation process has started, and you know that by the little bubbles on the sides. It took a longer time to ferment this time around because I used less rice. I used 2 tablespoons of rice. The first time I made it last week, I used 2 tablespoons for half a pound, and this time I used 2 tablespoons for a whole pound. So I think next time I make it, I'll use about 4 tablespoons of the rice for 1 pound of the ginger. Now we'll strain and bottle. You let it sit there until it drains fully, and then we'll bottle. Sweeten, you'll need 1 to 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to start with 2 cups and I'll let you know how much I use. 1 cup of water, we'll place it over medium heat and stir until the sugar dissolves. We'll gradually add sugar. We'll add half of the sugar and test it to see if it's sufficient, and then we'll add more to taste. We'll stir it. Some of you might like it a little on the bitter side with 1 cup of sugar, and some may like it on the sweeter side with 2 cups of sugar. So adjust according to your preference. We'll add the full 2 cups. That's 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of water. To make pouring it into the bottle easier, we'll pour it into the mug and then we'll pour it into the bottle. Cover and place in the freezer until ready to use. It should be good for up to a week. And this is the amount it makes, about
a bottle and a half.
That's all there is to it, my sweet friends. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I hope you will add this to your holiday menu. And if you would like to support my channel, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a lovely comment below. Until next time, stay safe, be well, cook, share, and love. Bye bye.